Wow, awesome night. We're not going to believe it. Hilary is at home tonight, so I get to taste the latest vintage with her, which is the current release, which is the 2022 vintage. Hilary, what do you remember from the very first days of making wine with me?
Yeah, I was quite young, and one of the earliest things we did was our 5 Gold Hands wine. We made wine without power, and part of my job was we'd all picked the grapes, and actually in our sheds, I stomped on the grapes with my sister Catherine, and there's some pretty funny photos of it. I was in maybe 3rd or 4th grade at the time, so quite young.
Don't tell people we're drinking wine underage.
I wasn't drinking, I was stomping.
Oh, okay, stomping. And what do you remember about tasting wine as you know, when you became 21? What was it like when you first started drinking wine regularly? What did you like?
For me, it wasn't necessarily about the flavors. My palate wasn't developed enough for that, as I assume most 21-year-olds don't have that developed a palate. For me, it was always mouthfeel. So as I've been more involved in the industry in the last couple of years, that is kind of something that we focus on. And also, as an engineer, part of it is like the vineyard as well. I'm a water engineer nowadays, and I care a lot that this is a dry farmed wine, and it means a lot to me. So.
And it's also organic?
Yes.
So dry farm means it's going to have much smaller berries, so highly concentrated. So what sort of fruit flavors do you get in the wine?
So what's nice is it's very comforting, very like home. It's black cherry and plum and blackberries, which are all fruits that we actually grow on this property that I grew up on. So it feels very homey.
And the texture?
It is full-bodied, which I always like, and I like the silky tannin for the most part. I should probably take a test and let you know my current thoughts. And
so the neighbors of Charming Creek Vineyard are all the big ones that are on the west side of Oakville. So a lot of, you know, the neighbors would be Tocolone, Faniente, Nickel Nickel, Opus. And the vineyard is right around the old BV winery, so BV number 6, so very famous vineyard in the heart of Oakville. Yeah. So what do you think?
It's, again, very full-bodied. I like where it gives you kind of that like mouth-watery feel. And the biggest thing for me is always acidity. Where does it hit you? And for me personally, it's always, for this wine in particular, it's the middle to the back of my mouth, which is actually my personal preference for a cab. And so I love being able to have that kind of input when we're developing this wine.
Awesome. Thank you, Hilary. 2022 vintage. Cheers. Salud.